Hey guys, welcome into another day of our morning mobility videos. Today it is actually raining pretty good outside, so I'm not by that poolside anymore. I'm in my garage where it's a little bit more dry. We're going to be working on part 2 today of lower back pain. Yesterday we got a lot of really great response from our strengthening exercises. Now we're going to help you with that mobility and trying to get that spine more mobile so that it's more fluid with less pain. Enjoy. Okay, so the very first exercise we're going to do today to work on that spinal mobility and more importantly spinal control is a cat camel. So we're going to work on that flexion and extension of our spine. And it's going to look like this. So I'm going to be on my hands and knees. My hands are directly below my shoulder and my knees are directly below my hips, okay? All I'm going to do for here is focus on one spinal segment at a time. So I want you to think about moving your spine 1 inch at a time, starting at your low back from here. And how I'm going to do that is just by arching my low back. Once again, I'm focusing on 1 inch at a time. So I'm putting my spine here into extension as I continue to work my way up all the way to my upper back now. Okay, I'm working on the upper back. And I'm going to finish here at my neck. Okay, I'm going to hold that here for 5 seconds. 3, 4, 5. Once again, as far as you can. Now I'm going to reverse that. So I'm going to tuck my head. Bringing my chin all the way to my chest. Continue to tuck that chin. And I'm reaching down my upper back to the ceiling. My mid back to the ceiling. And then I'm going to rotate those hips underneath me far as I can until I feel like I'm in full flexion. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that again for 5 seconds. And we're going to repeat that process 5 times. So 5-second hold into extension, and a 5-second hold into flexion. You'll start to feel some of those tighter spots that aren't moving. So say your lumbar spine, your lower back is not moving at all. That might be creating some of that pain. So if we get that to loosen up a little bit, create some more space into those joints, that'll help with the pain issue. Couple that with the strengthening, you're looking at a good healthy back. Alright guys, so I just showed you a basic flexion extension exercise for our spine called the cat camel. Now we're going to make that a little bit more specific, still with flexion and extension through the spine, but we're going to focus on our lumbar spine. Our lumbar spine is that lower spine region area, low back. Okay? So how I'm going to do this, I'm just going to grab this volleyball. You guys can use anything you have at your house, a basketball, a big yoga ball, like a Swiss yoga ball. I'm just going to use this volleyball for now. And how we're going to use this is because it does rotate back and forth, so you can really even use a foam roller that rolls back and forth, just similar to this thing. I'm going to now sit on it. Okay, so just like this. I'm going to place it right where my tailbone's at. So it's on my tailbone. I'm going to place my hands behind me, and I'm going to push into the ground. So I'm bracing my chest. My chest can't go anywhere because my arms are locked out. Now all I'm going to do from here, and look at my feet. My feet are flat on the ground. I'm going to extend that low back area, just like I was before, into that cat camel. So I'm throwing it into extension as far as I can. And you'll notice that ball rolled a few inches backwards. Hold that for 5 seconds. Now I'm going to roll it forward and put that lumbar spine into more of a flexion area. Now notice I kind of compensated here at my upper chest. Really try and keep that chest tall and don't let it move at all. And as I'm doing this, I'm squeezing my abs, trying to rotate my hips underneath me as I feel a big stretch in my low back. I'm going to go back into extension now. 5-second hold, as far as I can. I'm going to go back into flexion again of that lumbar spine. Okay, so we're going to do 5-second holds with this lumbar spine spacing movement. Alright, so now that we've created some space doing that lumbar spine spacing movement with the ball, how we were working on our lumbar spinal extension and spinal flexion, I'm going to now use the same ball, but we're going to add one step to this. It's going to be strengthening our psoas muscle as well as our hip flexors. Okay, so I'm sitting on the ball. Once again, arms pushing into the ground, elbows are nice and straight, my chest doesn't go anywhere, neither does my head. Okay, so I'm going to rotate back into extension again. I'll hold that for 5. Okay, I'm gonna rotate into flexion. Now when I rotate into flexion, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it into flexion as far as I can, take one leg off the ground, and bring my knee to my chest as high as I can here. And you're gonna feel a big, big contraction into your abs. You're actually activating that psoas muscle, getting that psoas to fire here. Good. And the psoas is just a deep abdominal muscle that attaches to your low back as well. So after a 5-second hold with that leg, I'm going to keep my lumbar spine into flexion, and I'm going to throw up the other leg. So another 5-second hold here. Okay, and once again driving that knee up as high as I can. You feel a deep contraction in your abs. Drop that. Go back into extension for another reset. And then we'll throw it back into flexion and go through that process of 5 seconds and 5 seconds again. Okay, so we'll just do 3 reps of that one because it's a little bit longer, of the 5-second hold for each leg. That is just going to be our spine spacing movement with some psoas strengthening. Okay, enjoy those 3 exercises today and couple that with part 1 of yesterday's videos of our lower back strengthening exercises to eliminate that back pain and help you start feeling great, not only through your back, but great throughout your whole day. I hope you guys enjoyed today's mobility video. Please check in daily as I will be sending out a new video every single day. If you want more content on strength conditioning or recovery, please check out on Instagram at victory_strong. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thank you.